Okay, hi everyone. My name is Yunis Kilingam and I'm studying at MSCC JB. Okay, now I'm gonna present my subject name is Statistics and Probabilities and presented by Shiva. My name is Yunis, but then you guys can call me Shiva. So okay, let's go to the first question. Okay, if you see this one is the first question. Okay, if you see question number 16, page 123. Okay, the question is the probability of an individual voting for party A in an election is 0.7. A random sample of 6 persons was selected. Find the probability. A. Exactly 4% vote for party A. B. Less than 3% vote for party A. Now let's see. X is the number of person vote party A. So X mean if you see the bracket 6, 6 is the sample of 6 person was selected, and the 0.7 is a probability of an individual. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, it's 0.7 is the probability of an individual voting for party A in an election is 0.7. So now you see, let's take a look in the A question. A is exactly 4 persons vote for party A. P in a bracket X equals to 4. The 4 because exactly that there is the question they ask exactly 4 persons vote for party A. So X equals to 4 equals to 6 C4. 6 is the total amount was selected random. So there was selected random sample of 6 person was selected, right? So total is 6 and we choose 4 because the question they ask exactly 4% for vote for party A. So we choose 4. So it's called 6C4 0.74. Wait, 0.7 kuasa 4 it's called in Malay. So I'm sorry and I don't know in English it's called in Malay. So 0.7 kuasa 4. So if you see that 0.7 is the probability of an individual voting for party A in an election is 0.7. So that's why at there I wrote 0.7 and the 4 is I exactly choose how many people I want for how many people vote for party A. Exactly 4% vote for party A, right? So I choose the 4 at there and the balance 0.7 the balance is 0.3 because both if you plus you must get 1. So if 1 means 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3. So why I wrote 2 at there? It's 0.3 square because total is 6 and we choose 4 and the 4 is 0.7. But if you see the 2 is the balance 4 from 6 you take 4 already, right? So balance got 2 people, right? The balance is 2 at there. So if you see 0.3 is the balance for 0.7 total 1 and the 2 is the balance for from the 6 you take 4, right? 2 is the balance. So if you calculate you will get 0.32 for 1. So let's go to the next question. B. P x low than 3. Okay. Equal P bracket x equals 0 plus P bracket x equals 1 plus P bracket x equals 2. 6 choose 1. 0.7 0 0.3 6. 6 figures because of them. First one, there's a formula in there. P bracket x equals 0, then P bracket x equals 1. The one all at there out there is formula. So if you see first one is 0, right? So 6 choose 0 because I take 0 first. The down one must be at the 0.7. If you see 6 C4, the down number must be at the 0.7 because that is the probability of an individual voting for party A in an election. So there the down number must be at the 0.7. So 6C0 0.7, the down number is 0 0 and also 0.3 the balance like just now, and also the total is 6, right? So 6 minus 0 is 6, so 0.36 plus 6C1 the 1 because at the formula P in the bracket x equals 1. 6 choose 1. 0.7 1 I didn't wrote there because 1 is basic number, right? So I didn't wrote there in the bracket 0.3. 6 minus 1 you'll get 5, so 0.3 5 plus 6C2. That means 6 choose 2, 0.7. Then 0.7, 6 choose 2, right? So I choose 2, 0.72. Then 0.3, the balance number. 6 minus 2 is 4 at there. So the if you calculate all of them, you will get 0.0705. Okay, let's go take a look for the next question. Let's take a look for this one. Okay, this one, question 17, page 123. The random variable x dash b in a bracket and comma p has a mean of 3 and variance 51 slash 20. Determine the value of n and p. That's the question. So for the answer, for x dash being in the bracket n per p, n comma p, ex equals to np and variable x equals to npq. So 3 equals to np, and 51 over 20 is equivalent to npq. So then what I do, I replace number 1 into 2. Okay, number 1 is into 2. So what I did, 51 per 20 equal NPQ, right? Add up, I already wrote 3 equals to NP, add down NPQ. So what I did, the NP, I take NP equals to 3. So what I did, I take the NP, I put 3 inside because both of the amount is same. So what I did, I put inside. So I'll get 51 per 20 equals to 3Q. So I want to calculate the value of Q, how much. So what I did, the 3, I bring this side. So from here, 3 times q, right? Sometimes, right? So if you bring it this side, it will become divide. So if you divide, q equals to 17 over 20. The 3 will divide it up. No, 51 divide 3 is 17. 17. So equals per 20. So P equals to 1 minus Q equals to 1 minus 17 per 20. That means E equals to 3 per 20. Replace P 3 per 20 into 1. So what I did, 3 equals to 3 per 20 N. I already told you as what I said just now. P is 3 per 20. So I want to find out what is P. I want to find out what is n. So what I did, 3 equals to 3 per 20 n. So what I did after that, I bring the n, I bring the 3 per 20 this side. So n equals to 20. 3 divide 3 because I already cut it because 3 and 3. If you cut it, you get 20. So n equals to 20. So down, if you see, n equals to 20 in a comma, p equals to 3 per 20. That's it. Very easy. So from that, you already find out what's the value of q at up, what's the value of n, what's the value of p. Q, the value is 17 per 20, n is the value is 20, and p, the value is 3 per 20. Okay, let's take a look for the next question. Okay. This one is question 20, page 124. Okay, the question. If a certain machine runs smoothly, only 1% of the product produced is defective. Suppose the machine is running smoothly. What is the probability that there is no defective product if 5 products are inspected? Okay, now let X the number of detective product, N equals to 5, P equals to 0.01, and Q equals to 0.09, 0.99. Why I took P 0.01 and Q 0.99? Because if you calculate both of them plus it, you must get 1. So what I did, 0.01, right? So 1 minus 0.01, so I'll put the balance at the Q, 0.99. So x dash bin bracket 5 n, I mean the n value, in a comma 0.01. Now the formula p in a bracket x minus x equals 0. So what I did, equals to 5, choose 0. I choose 0. Okay. Okay. I choose 0, 5 C 0, 0.01, because the p value must be at there. After p, then only q, at what I said just now. Just now, right? The formula npq, right? So the n at the 5 C 0, the 5 is n, 0.01 p, 0.01 q, 0.99. 0.01, I choose what, how much? 0, right? So what I put, at the 0.01, I put the quasi 0 at there. After the 0.99, I put 5 minus 0 is balance is 5, so I put it there. So if you calculate all of them, you will get 0.9510. Okay, let's take a look at the next question. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know when I pause this slide. Okay, It's okay now, man. What I do, I re-explain this question lah. I don't know why it's paused by itself. So what I do, I just re-explain this question, but I just re-explain briefly. Okay, the question is there. Okay, X is number of patients that did not pay medical bill. They asked two questions, right? Find the probability that the patient will not pay his medical bill, and the second question, find the probability all the patients will pay their medical bill. So X, I let number of patients that did not pay medical bill. Given n equals to 5, because the patient, suppose 5 patients, right? 5, they already given it there. So 5% that never pay is P. Okay, 5%. And also what I mentioned just now, P plus Q must be 1. So if 0.05 at the balance 1, where total must be 1 means 1 minus 0.5, the balance is 0.95, it must be at the Q. So the formula, X dash bin in a bracket 5, comma 0.05. 5 and value, and the 0.05 is P value. So the formula, P in a bracket X equals to 1 equals 5, choose 1. I choose 1 because wait, sorry. Okay, I choose 1 because the first question is find the probability that the patient will not pay his medical bill. I just choose 1. So 0.05, the quasi 1 I did not wrote it there because 1 is basic number, I didn't write it there. In a bracket 0.95 and 4. Why is the reason for it there? Because as what I say, the balance. So 1 you put at here already, so balance how much? 5 minus 1 is 4, right? So 4 there. So if you calculate, is the total number is 0.2036. So the second one, let y is number of patients paying medical bill, given n equals to 5 is what I said just now, and I change the value. P is 0.95, Q is 0.05. Just now the Q was 0.95, P was 0.05, right? Now I change the P is 0.95, the Q is 0.05. The reason why I changed like that, because just now we was calculating the patient who never pay bill is the 5% at that. That's why the P value was 5%. Now we are calculating the patient, all the patient was paying bill, the paid bill. So I put the 95% is paid bill, right? 5% never pay means 95% pay, right? So what I did now, when calculating the person who pay bill, I put at the P. So 95% pay at P, 5% never pay is at Q. So pre in the bracket X equals to 5. Why I choose 5? Because all, right? So now the total number is 5. So I choose all the 5. So 5 C 5, 5 choose 5. 0.95 choose 5. I choose 5. So 0.95 plus 5. Then 0.050. Why there is 0? Because 5 minus 5 is 0. So if you calculate, you will get 0.07738. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Sorry, I'm headache. Okay, let's go to the next one. The GPAs of all students enrolled at a local university have an approximately normal distribution with a mean of 3.02 and a standard deviation of 0.29. Find the probability that the mean GPA of a random sample of 20 students selected from this university is 3.10 or higher is A, 2.90 or lower is B, 2.95 to 3.11 is C. Okay, let's take a look in the A question first lah. Okay, bracket x line x dash n equals in a bracket 3.02 normal distribution with a mean of 3.02 lah, the one that's the value in the normal distribution with a mean in a comma 0.29 per 20 square. 0.29 because the standard deviation, and 20 is students. Okay, now let's see the 3.10 or higher. Okay, P in a bracket Z, P in a bracket Z higher than 3.10 minus 3.02. 3.10 because the what is that? What's it called? The minimum requirement is 3.10, right? Or higher, right? So 3.10 minus 3.02, yeah, that means normal distribution with a mean per 0.29, the standard deviation per then 20. What's the one, the formula 20. So after that, P in a bracket Z more than 1.23, then you will get the answer 0.10993. Okay, as what I mentioned at the A, the same one goes to B. If you see, the one higher than 3.10, right? But this one is lower, 2.90 or lower. So when higher the mark is like this, means the lower will become like this. That's all, nothing more. So 3.10 or higher just now. Just that's why I wrote at the 3.10 minus 3.02. Now 2.90 or lower, right? So low, I make the arrow this side, and also 2.90 minus 3.02, the same one, and then the per 0.29 per in the bracket 20. So like that, P in a bracket Z lower than negative 1.85, then the answer is 0.322. Okay. Then the third one, 2.95 to 3.11, the average. Okay, average, nothing much, simple also. P in a bracket 2.95 minus 3.02, because the minimum is 2.92, 2.95, and the per 0.29 all same. After that, Z, okay, this arrow, because it's a range, so must be at this arrow, and the lower at here, right? So it will mean must this arrow. Z, the arrow lower than 3.11 minus 3.02. As what I said just now, 3.11 is the highest maximum number they need, and 3.02 is the normal distribution with mean per 0.29 per 20 in a bracket. Sorry, my battery is low. Okay, now in equal P in a bracket minus 1.08, lower than Z lower than 1.39, then the answer will be 1 minus 0.1401 minus 0.823, and the answer will be 0.777, sorry, 0.7776. That's it. Okay, next one. Wait, okay, next one. The amounts of electric bills for all a household in the city have a skewed. Wait a second. Okay. The amounts of electric bills for all household in a city have a skewed probability distribution with a mean of RM 120 and a standard deviation of RM 25. Find the probability that the mean amount of electric bills for a random sample of 75 households selected from this city will be between 112 and 117, as what I said just now. The same question. Second one, within RM6 of the population mean, and the third one, more than the population mean by at least RM5. Okay, same formula. Let's take a look for the first one. As what I said just now, the C question, same one. 112, the minimum range they need, minus 120, distribution with the probability distribution with a mean, per 25. The 25 is the standard deviation, per in the Sepang 75. The random sample of 75 households, lower than that, lower than 117, the maximum number they need, 117 minus 100, all the same. Then we'll get P in a bracket minus 2.77, then a negative 2.77, lower than Z, lower than negative 1.04. Then P in a bracket Z higher than 1.04 in a bracket, minus P in a bracket 2.77. Then after that, 0.1492 minus 0.00280, and we will get the answer 0.1464. For the second one, they ask within RM6 of the population mean. Okay, 120 minus 6. You know why 120? Because the probability distribution with a mean of is 120. So will be minus 6. And also lower than X, lower than this side. 120 plus 6, because it's within RM6 of the population. Within. So minus, we will have minus and plus. Okay, 120 minus 6. 114. So that P in a bracket 114 minus 120 per 25 in a bracket per 75. The what's that? The line lower than Z, lower than 126 minus 120 per 25 and 75. P in a bracket minus a negative 2.08, lower than Z, lower than 2.08. Then the answer will be 1 minus 0.01876 minus 0.01876, and the answer, and the final answer will be 0.96248. Okay, let's go to the C question. P in a bracket X more than 120 plus 5 equals P bracket Z more than 125 minus 120 per 25 in per 75 in a, then equal P bracket Z more than 1.73, and the answer will be 0.0418. Okay, let's go to this question. I'm sorry. Now, the heights of all adults in Sagamat have a distribution that is skewed to to the right with a mean of 68 inches at a standard deviation of 4 inches. Find the probability that the mean height of a random sample of 100 adults selected from the city would be A greater than less than 67.8 inches, between 67.5, the B question between 67.5 inches and 68.7 inches. Number C within 0.6 inches of the population mean, and D is less than population mean by 0.5 inches or more. Okay, the same one last still. P in a bracket X lower than 67.8 equals P in a bracket Z lower than 67.8 minus 68. The 68 the meaning because mean of 68 inches per 4. 4 is the standard deviation per 100. 100 is the one, the random sample of 100 adults lah. So P in a bracket Z lower than negative 0.5, and the answer will be, last answer will be 0.3085. Same one goes to the B as what I said just now, 67.5, the same one as just now lah. So if it's 67.5 is the lower range, 68.7 is the higher range, and also minus 68 because the mean per 4 is the standard deviation. After that the 100 is the random sample, then you will minus, you will calculate, you will get P in a bracket negative 1.25 lower than Z lower than 1.75. Then the answer 1 minus 0.1056 minus 0.0401. The answer, the final answer will be 0.8543. Sorry, 0.8543. Okay, same one. So the third one, C. Okay, C the same one as just now, 68.06. If you minus 67.4 and the 68 plus 0.6 is 68.6. Same one also. The 68 is the mean, 4 is the standard deviation, 100 is the sample, random sample of 100 adults. Same one. Then you calculate P in a bracket negative 1.5 lower than Z lower than 1.5. Then the for calculate it, you will get 1 minus 0.0668 minus 0.0668. The final answer will be 0.8664. So the D1 is P in a bracket X lower than 68 point minus 0.5. Okay, this one is just minus only. This one you got the C1 is plus and minus. This one minus only. But last part after minus, same one, standard deviation and also the mean and also the random sample of 100 adults. So P in a bracket Z lower than negative 1.25. The answer will be 0.1036. I'm sorry, I'm very headache. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's leave for the last question. Let x be a continuous random variable that has normal distribution with u equals to 75 and variation of equals to 14. Variation, I'm sorry, mean equals to 14. Find the probability that the sample mean for a random sample of 20 taken from this population will be between 68.5 and 77.3, and the second one is less than 72.5. As what I say just now, 68.5 minus 75, and this is, I'm sorry, 68.5 minus 75 and 77.3 minus 75. The 75 is the what is that? Wait, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, now, okay, let's see. 75 is the mean, and also the 14 is the standard deviation, and also the 20 is the random sample lah, of taken. So, okay, minus, you'll get P in a bracket minus a negative 2.08 lower than Z lower than 0.73, then equal 1 minus 0.01876 minus 0.2327. Then the final answer you will get is equals to 0.74854. Now the final answer B. B is the, okay, B is the same one. That is less than 72.4. Less means, like the arrow must be like this, not like this. Like this is higher, like this lower. Okay. P in a bracket Z lower than 72.4. The 72.4 is the question. Minus 75, the mean per 4 is the standard deviation, and the 20 is the, what's that? The random sample. Minus, you'll get P in a bracket Z lower than negative 2.91. And then the final answer you will get 0.00181 lah. So that's all from me. Thank you. I hope you guys understand my explanation. So that's all. My name is Shiva and I'm signing off. Bye bye. Thank you.